Hi everyone, today I'm going to give gay dating advice. What we're going to talk about today is where to meet men, how to prepare for a date, and how to process your date, the aftermath of the date. Places to meet gay guys are Grindr, Tinder, Bumble, or Hinge, and through friends. Of course, you can meet gay people other places: concerts, coffee shops, work, the street, an elevator. There are many places to meet gay people. How are we going to prepare for our dates? So, you're going to douche, you're going to plug your eyebrows, stalk their social medias, and have contraception or protection on you so that you are prepared for sex and you are ready with protection. Also, part of preparing might be making sure that you've been on PrEP for at least 7 days before your date, so that, or Descovy, so that you are protected from contracting HIV. During the date, find the right amount of eye contact. I'm someone who I like a lot of eye contact. It's easy for me to give eye contact. I like to get lost in people's eyes. So a trick is I just tell myself every now and then after I've been looking for a little too long, I just say, look down to the left just for a second, linger there, and then bring your eyes back up. Bring them back up to the person you're talking to. And then look down to the side a little bit again, and then come back up. That's a tip I have for you. I talked to my therapist about it. He vetted that. During the date, give them opportunities to talk and share. So prompt them with questions about things they're interested in so they can pick up the conversation, lead the conversation, and talk about things that they're interested in so you can see what lights up their soul, what gets their soul on fire. Don't be too pushy physically. I've been on dates with guys who don't like PDA, so take their lead on touch and let them maybe be the first one to reach out a hand. And you can kind of get somewhat, like, leave your hand out. What I do sometimes is maybe like leave your hand on the table randomly during the date, and maybe they want to reach over and put their hand on top of yours. That gives them the opportunity to make the choice rather than having it be pushed on them. After the date, send them a text. Make sure you tell them to text you when they get home safely, because that's polite. It shows that you are a gentleman. Don't be too eager, but send them texts that give them the opportunity to show, yes, I'm interested. I would like to share more about my life with you in detail. And if the conversation continues after the date, you can tell that they most likely are interested. What I notice tends to happen is you text a lot before the date, even the day of the date, kind of checking in. But then after the date, once the date happens, the big climax happened, you met in person, you can tell that the conversation either takes a steady pace, it plateaus, or it decreases. And then if it's kind of a plateau, it's kind of a good sign that you're keeping things going, and you may talk more after the date. If feelings are reciprocated, keep talking and get to know each other. Show this person that you are genuinely interested in who they are, what's going on in their life. Keep it light. You also have to keep it light, because I have the tendency of wanting to get a little too deep, a little too quick. Some words fall out of my mouth too easily. And it's good to keep it somewhat brief, somewhat shallow. Maybe, oh, what did you do today? Or I would stay away from good morning texts, good night texts, miss you. Even though I like to send those, and people who have talked to me within the last 3 months will be able to tell you that I have sent those texts. before, just don't do it for the first little bit. Give it time, let it get there. It will get there, just let it get there. Let them be the first one to text every now and then. So a way I gauge the conversation is I'm fine sending a text first and getting a response from them, but if you have texted them first a few times, maybe let them be the first one to text you. And if they don't text you first, or if you don't text them and then they never text you, it's just a sign that it's not working, and take a break on that one. Let that go its course. And some advice I got on a date that I was on a while ago. I went to a restaurant with this man, and then after we went to a bar and socialized there, had a lovely time. A lady who I met at the bar, who just so happened to work at the bar, told me, I asked her, what's her advice for meeting people, or like what do you see, because she sees these people trying to mate all the time at the bar. And I was like, what are your dating tips? She said, let things go where they go. See where things are going to go. Don't have expectations. Don't push for anything. Let things take their natural course. And I thought that was a great piece of advice. If feelings aren't reciprocated, repeat after me. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Today we talked about where to meet a guy. Always put yourself in the right spot in an environment where cute guys are. Something I even do is if I'm at the bar and I will stand next to someone I think is cute or in his area or dance near him, because your chances just increase just because you are standing closer in proximity to him. Prep yourself so that you feel good and confident. You can't see the lotion, on your body. You can't see the face mask that you did. You can't see the stretches, the deep breaths you took before your date. But those things show up in how you show up. They affect how you show up for that date. So do those small things. Put the lotion on, take a deep breath, do some stretches. It will be evident that you take care of yourself. Go with the flow once things get rolling. The second someone feels some pressure, they're much more likely to run for the hills. Invite in people. Attract people. Be a magnet for love. Thank you all for coming to this video today, watching it. It's been a pleasure sharing some of my experiences with you all. Thank you. I appreciate it.